Thank you everyone for coming. You are most welcome. All right, thank you so much, everyone. You are welcome. You are welcome. It's just going to be a very quick one. Our first live broadcast for the year. Thank you so much for coming around. You are most welcome. Please, as you are coming in, just help us to power tab and then share the live. Help us to power tab and share the live. We are just here to learn. We are just here to get encouraged. We are just here to get motivated. We are going to be this year. We are going to be focusing on what will it take for us to break through limitation. To break through limitation. These are the things we are going to be focusing on. So as you are coming in, please help us to power tab and then share the live. Send your team bracelet. Send your heart me. Thank you so much, everyone. You are welcome. You are welcome. Just want to have a quick one. All right, everyone, you are welcome. You are welcome. It has been a long time. We have been off. We have been offline for a while. Because for some circumstances that are beyond. So we have been offline for a long time. Just coming in again today since last year, yes. And today is 13th of January 2025. I've been off just to have some rest. I was somehow strong, so I just take off. So thank you so much, everyone, for coming. So please help us to help us to power tap and share the live. Thank you so much. Share the live and power tap. Share the live and power tap. Share the live and power tap. Just want to spend some time introducing us to what we have got to do for this year. Introducing us to what we got to do for this year. And that's why we are here. It's going to be a time of enlightening ourselves, encouraging ourselves. Going to be a time of empowering ourselves. So let's just stay back and listen to our lecture today. And I know it's going to add value to you. It's going to add value to you. It's going to add value to you. Adefumi. God bless you. God bless you, Prof. God bless you. Favor, God bless you. Thank you so much, everyone. Yes, Happy New Year to you. Thank you so much. This is the first live session for the year. Just want to do a quick one. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Well, I'm fine, Prof. I'm fine. I've been somehow strong, and that's why I've been off. I've stayed off, but now I'm back. To God be all the glory, who has enabled us, who has given us life. I could remember it was my last life was on the 29th of December. So after then, I've been so strong, so I have to just stay off. But now, thank God that we are back. So you are all welcome back. You are welcome. Good to see you all. So please, for the short time we have, just help us do perform our community task. What are those things we need to do? Send your admin, send your team bracelet, then you power tap and share the live. You power tap and share the live. Thank you so much, everyone. Well, this year, Prof, you are cooking. What are you cooking? Please send some to us to eat. You have to send some to us to eat. All right, thank you. All right, this year, our focus is on breaking limitations in 2025. Breaking limitations in 2025, and then we are going to be bringing up some topic on what we are to do, some topic on that line, on how to break limitation in 2025, on how to break limitation in 2025. So we are going to be doing that. So let's try to give ourselves time, so that because we are going to be getting value. Limitation is something that if one is not managing it well, it will become a burden and a barrier. All right, so let's just just 1 minute. I think I have to go with this, and let's have a cool environment to listen to my short presentation today. Thank you so much once again, everyone. Happy New Year to us. Thank you so much for staying. Messages, I received messages from people asking if all is well. Yes, truly been under the weather. But thank God now we are back. To God be all the glory. I've been under the weather since 29th of last year. That was when I stayed off. I've been off, very strong. That it was so tough. Well, thank God, who has brought us again to see another day. Thank you so much, everyone. Everyone, all my friends, all my, thank you so much. You're welcome. My name is Amos Adeyinka. So, we are just, like I said, we are going to be focusing on breaking limitations in 2025. Breaking limitation in 2025. Please, as you are coming in, help us share this live. Send your admin, send your team bracelet. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you. Thank you. It's added for me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Thank you. So our focus is on breaking limitation for the year in 2025. So please, as you are coming in, you want to come inside the bus, just send your request and they will bring you in. All right. So that's what we are here to do, to encourage ourselves, to enlighten ourselves. Remember, the depth of knowledge, nobody can search it. Knowledge is very, very, very deep. And learning is living. Everyone who is living, you cannot stay off learning. Learning is living. So, and that is what our platform is all about, for us to learn, for us to get encouraged, for us to get motivated. And we learn from one another. That's why when you have a contribution you want to share with us, you are allowed to come in and share your thought. Like today, we are looking at balancing expectation, and on that aspect, looking at the cost of lower versus high expectation in breaking limitations. Balancing the expectation. So when you look at it, we have either higher expectation or lower expectation. I mean, higher or lower, higher or lower. So we're looking at that for the time we have. What does it mean? What do you understand by expectation? What do you understand by breaking limitation? Breaking limitation. What do you understand by that? Because the year is running out. Today is 13th of the January 2025. Today is 13. So that's what we are going to be running on with today on our expectation. Just 1 minute, please. All right. So please send your @me, send your team bracelet, and then you power tap and share the live. Those are the community demand. Thank you so much. Send your @me, send your team bracelet, and then share the live, and then you power tap. Let's keep doing that. You know what I mean is you do this way. Just power tap, just power tap, just power tap, just power tap. Everyone, thank you so much. All right. So like I said, our focus all through this year, we're going to be looking at this breaking limitation. Breaking limitation. Limitation, you remember, they are like a wall, a barrier. Either you set it for yourself, or something is ahead of you that is bringing you into that cage that make you to look as if, can I go through this stage? Is it possible for me to break through this? Breaking through limitation. Breaking limitation. And this limitation is a balancing. We are starting on this note, the first one for the year, on balancing expectation. You know, the limitation is one, expectation is another. So when you are able to balance your, what are you expecting? What are you expecting? All right, the year 2025 now, what are your expectations? Now, I think it begins first with your setting up your mind on what are your expectations for this year. After that, you are now looking at discover what are the possible things that can come your way as a limit, as a limitation for the year. What are the things that can possibly be a limitation for the expectation you have set for yourself? You set up expectation, and then you are also looking at what are the possible limits that you can encounter over this your expectation. What are the possible limits or limitation? What are the things that can be a barrier to you achieving that expectation? So when you are able to, I remember when this line of discussion for the year was given to me, it began saying that it begins with discovery. When you discover, you set your expectation, and then you now discover again what are the possible area of limits that can come. Because even every vision, every goal has its own limitation. There's going to be a barrier. There's going to be something that want to come to hinder. So there's something that will come to your that may come to you, or that will present themselves to you as a limit that to cage you, to make you look as if it is impossible. This cannot be achieved. This cannot be possible. So when you are able to see limitation from this aspect, that is breaking through limitations, when you're able to see it in that aspect, oh, breaking through limitation, yes, is it possible? Now, in that aspect, you are able to discover, you are able to set up your expectation first for the year. And in case you have not done that, let's go back and set up our expectation for the year 2025. What are you expecting this year? What are the goals you have set for yourself? What are you expecting? Remember, for some of us who read Bible, it says, surely there is an end, for the expectation of the just shall not be cut off. Now, the year 2025, today is the 13th day of the year. What have you set as your expectation for the year? What are you expecting the year to give to you? I can tell us, this year, I've been running, I have an expectation now. And I've been running towards that now. I've started running towards that. One of the things that will come as a limitation to my expectation, I started working towards that, tackling them. You may ask me, one of the things that can serve as a limitation to my expectation this year is finance, is money. Now I started taking a step from that part, because like I said, breaking through limitations in 2025 begins with discovery. Thank you everyone for coming. I appreciate us. Apostle Paul, thank you so much for coming. Everyone, Mr. Peter, thank you so much for coming. Comfort, thank you for coming. Please, everyone, as you are coming in, send in your team bracelet. Oh, send them. Maraba, Nave, Nesigidio. Now, send in your team bracelet. Send your at me. And then power tap. Thank you, sir. Apostle, thank you. I appreciate you, sir. I appreciate you, sir. I appreciate you. Please, moderators, if people are sending in your requests, the requests, you can bring them in. You can bring them in. So when you begin to see that, like I said, it was as I received that this year, breaking through limitation in 2025. You can break through limitation. But what are you seeing? What are you discovering? Remember, like I said, when I received that word, it said breaking limits in 2025. And immediately he told me also, to break this limit, one thing is needed. It said it begins from discovery. One, discover what are your expectations for the year. Discover what are your expectations for the year 2025. So after you are able to discover what your expectations are for the 2025, the second level of discovery, discover what can possibly be a limit to all this your expectation. What can possibly be a limit? Please, as you are coming in, please, what you do for me, just do this. Just power tap, do this. Just do this, you power tap, you hear your screen, you begin to do this to power tap. This will help us to go viral, to show that people that are here, they are not dormant. So now, when you are able to, you understand that you want to break limit in 2025. Listen, you may be the one that have set up a record. You can break a record that you set. Somebody has set a record ahead of you. You can break that record. Somebody also has placed a limit, maybe something has placed a limitation on you, it can be broken. So now you are able to set up a discovery. You discover, okay, this year I want to break limit. In 2025, I want to break limit. Now, you have been able to conclude that on your own. You conclude that you want to break the limit, one, then you are now begin to go to follow the steps that are needed. The step number one, discover What are your expectations for the year? What are going to be possible area of limitations? That help us to be able to set up the goal. Like I told us, for me now, I've set up, I have my expectation for this year, because that's where the expectation now comes in. Expectation, like we often hear, is the mother of manifestation. So surely there is an end. He said, for the expectation of the just shall not be cut off. Expectation of the just. So you are able to see that I'm expecting this and this and this. For me, like I said, one thing that I've discovered in my own self-discovery, in my own process of discovering what can be a limitation, I've discovered one of them is going to be a finance. That's the kind of proverb in my place that màálù tí ò bá ti ní ṣinṣin Ọlọ́run ló bá ń lé. Tó bá ti ní rùjàre, I discover finance. Now, in fact, yesterday I took a step. 2-3 days ago, I took a step. I started making sure anytime little money enter my hand, something is begin to go into reserve. Something is going into reserve, so that I can be able to break the barrier that can hinder me from achieving my expectation. So everybody, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. We appreciate it. So every one of us, you discover yourself. Nobody can discover for you. You get to discover it yourself. What are your expectations? One, what are the limitations to the expectation? What are the way out from those expectations, from those limitations? Thank you so much, sir. Everyone, thank you for coming. Like I said, I've been off since 29th of December last year. That was when I came up live last. I was so strong that I have to put everything off for almost 1 week. My phone was off. I was strong, but thank God for the giver of life who has helped us to come back better and stronger. Thank you so much, everyone. I received a lot of messages. I received people that are concerned, asking, hope all is well, hope all is well. Thank God we are back now. Thank you. Oh, okay, Dennis Maraba. All right, so you can see your expectation now. Oh, Afa. Thank you, sir. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. So please, let me use this. Please, as you are coming in, let's connect with one another. Let's connect with ourselves. Let's connect with one another, and then share the life. And then Adenike Adamso, thank you so much for coming. So we are talking about, like I said, the year is going to be, we are going to be running through breaking limitation in 2025. Limitation of 2024. Limitation of 2023. You want to break through that cage and begin to achieve something better. So as you are coming in, please just help us to power tap, share the live, and then send your team bracelet and at me. So we are looking at that. Now let's go down. Let's go now to something for today. Like I said, it's just going to be a short time. We are to stay here. Maraba, maraba, maraba. Maraba. So as you are coming in, please let's connect to build our account organically. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So now for today, let me want to specially greet every one of us. What have we been so far? So I want to specially greet every one of us. Happy new month, happy new year to us. You are welcome. Joshua, you are welcome. Now, remember a quotation from this quotation says, believe you can and you are halfway there. Believe you can and then you are halfway there. Send your at me, send your team bracelet, send everything you need to send. So, when you believe that this is possible, you are halfway you are halfway closer to achieve your result. So it is important for you to believe. Do you have expectation for the year 2025? You know, when you look at the word expectation simply means they are the belief. Expectations are beliefs about what is likely to happen in the future. Miracle Boy, thank you for coming. Expectations are belief about what is likely to happen in the future. And when you look at this expectation, they can shape our attitude and decisions and actions. Expectation, they are the belief about what is likely to happen in the future. Now, the question is, what are you expecting? Are you expecting something likely? And I believe except one is possessed. Everybody is believing that likely something good to happen. You are believing. Okay. Thank you so much. I'm not even taking note of that. I think I need. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. So please, we believe in as a member, if you are in a community, if you are on this app, you need to belong to community. What does it take to belong? By coming in to send you at me, send team bracelet, share the life, and power tab. These are community tasks that is expected of us. So let me go back again. Like I said, when you look at that word, breaking limitation in 2025, and we're saying balancing expectation is our focus for today. Balancing expectation is our focus for today. Now, when you look at the word expectation, I say expectation are the beliefs that's about a belief about what is likely to happen in the future. Now, I now ask a question. What are you expecting for this year? What expectation have you set for yourself? What I set for myself as my expectation will be different from your own. So everybody need to set up this expectation. Billion Brown, thank you so much for coming. You know, we are here encouraging ourselves and enlightening ourselves, learning from one another. So you can imagine that. Now, listen, what expectation have you set? If this year we end up the same way last year ended, that shows such person is a failure. Because we are meant to have improvement of the current over the past. So how to do that? One, set up your mind that I want to break limits. Set up your mind that also I want to achieve my expectation. So this expectation now, remember, this expectation will shape our attitude. You know, because you have expectation, your attitude of this year, the approach for this year will be different. It will shape your attitude. It will shape your decision and action. That is why it is important to know what you are expecting in this year 2025. Now, when you understand this now, let's look at these two words, high expectation and lower expectation. Lower expectation and a higher expectation. What are those expectations? Now, when you look at them, I'm going to give us different meanings to them. And each one, you are to choose what you want. You are to choose what you want. Favor, Layorogun, thank you for coming. I can see you. You are welcome. All right. Now, when you look at this, expectation, high or lower. Now, when you look at it, expectation, lower expectation. Lower expectation, they are the beliefs that leads to you to minimize your aspiration. Lower expectation will make you to begin to lower your aspiration. Those who have a lower expectation they are those who can easily develop early arrival mentality. They will easily develop they have arrived kind of mindset. Lower expectation will lead you want to minimize. Oh, this that I'm doing now, is it possible? Let me go down. No, that is lower expectation for you. They may, for example, for the aspect where it may be good, they may protect you from disappointment. Why? Good. They may protect you from disappointment, but can also hold you back. Lower expectation may protect you from disappointment. Oh, because you are not expecting much. Yes. And in fact, I do say from people, don't expect much from people. That is expectation. But for me, when we are talking about expectation, from life itself, set a high expectation. But from people, don't expect more from people, so that that is on the aspect of lower expectation, so that we can balance it. Expectation we are talking about now for me is, what are you expecting from life this year? Now, the question will now be, who are you expecting it from? Who are you expecting it from? They are very deep. Very, very deep. Now, so lower expectation, they are the belief that can lead to minimize you, that may lead you to minimize your expectation. And also take note, this lower expectation in its own part can also may protect you from disappointment. And I say that it is when you are fixing your expectation on a wrong channel. So, and then, but this lower expectation will also hold you back. We also hold you back. So, when you see that, now, for example, a feeling that you won't be good enough for a promotion. You have reduced yourself. Low esteem. You have been a feeling that you won't be good enough for the promotion, and therefore you choose not to apply. Can you imagine? Lower expectation will hold you back. I'm saying, like I said, from life, not from people. Lower expectation will hold you back. Oh, what if I'm not good for the promotion? What if I'm not considered? What if the people with a lower expectation, they will always have a kind of how will I put it now? That's a kind of what I'm looking for. Lower expectation. They always have those people are always they are more encompassed with a negative mindset, negative attitude, negative approach. They will be looking at it, a feeling that, what if I fail? What if I'm rejected? What if if I did not pass this promotion exam? And they choose not to apply. So, now when you now come to the high expectation, it comes to the aspect where you see, you begin high expectation. This high expectation drives you to reach your full potential. High expectation will help you to be able to stretch yourself. High expectation will be able to help you to ready to break the limit at all costs. You will be able to, high expectation will help you to go and to want to do more. High expectation will help you not to settle for the less. It will help you not to look down on yourself. High expectation. High expectation. So that is it. They inspire. High expectation will inspire ambition and resilience. High expectation will inspire you to remain resilient, and it makes you inspire your ambition. You are not easily conclude that it is over. Why? Miss Kosi, thank you so much for coming. Thank you. High expectation. Please, you want to belong to our community, send your admin, send your team bracelet, power tap, and share the live. That's all. So that's why we are talking about balancing the expectation. Know the difference between high expectation and lower expectation. But for me, I would rather go for high expectation from life, from 2025, not from people. So you now know how to strike the balance, not from people, but from life itself. From 2025, I am expecting, my expectation is high, higher than last year, 2024. Thank you so much for those just coming in. It's going to be a very brief one for today. Thank you so much. Please, just once again, help us to power tap like this. Just power tap like this for us. Thank you so much. All right. So when you understand that aspect now, you now begin to say, what is your expectation and what kind of expectation is your own? Do you want to settle with lower expectation, or you want to settle with high expectation? You choose it. I've given out the two different things now. I said lower expectation. These are the beliefs that leads you to minimize your aspiration. And I give us the positive aspect of that this lower expectation may protect you from disappointment, and then, but can also hold you back from striving for more. I not also mention that a low expectation, they are the feeling, like example, a feeling that you won't be good enough, maybe for a promotion, maybe for employment, and you say, no, I will not apply. You can see that it's setting a limitation already. And we are looking at all through this year, we are focusing on breaking limitation. And on the high expectation, we said this high expectation, they are drive. These are the drives. It drives you towards reaching your full potentials. It drives you towards reaching your full potential. Danny Money, thank you so much for coming. Please, those who have something to contribute, you want to come to the boss, you can send in your request for the short time we have. Let's rub mind together. Let's rub mind. So you can see. So that is Mr. Ami. Thank you so much. Thank you. So you can see it is you. Send your admin, send your team bracelet to belong to this community. Thank you so much. And share the live and power tap. So you can see now. So high expectation, like I said, Malaikum salam, Malaikum salam. Salam alaikum, maraba, nabe. Yeah, so you can see that high expectation, this drives you to reach your full potential. It will drive you to be eager to do more, eager to learn more on how things can be better. How things can be better. So they help us on how things are better. And this inspires our ambition. It inspires our ambition and help us to remain resilient. These are the two different things: high expectation, lower expectation. You have to choose. Now, when you look at this, a sample of high expectation, you believing that you can achieve great things and actively seeking opportunity for growth. And that is the example of high expectation. Augustine Dollar, thank you for coming. How you are going to send me a big dollar today. All right. Freeman Amos, my namesake. All right, so you are welcome. You are welcome. Please help us power tap, share the live, send your admin, send your team bracelet, and that is now. So you look at the example of high expectation, like I said, believing that you can achieve great things. I don't know about you. That is my belief for this year. I want to achieve, that is my expectation for this year. I want to achieve great things, greater things beyond what I've seen in the past years. And that's why I've been running after that. Believing that you can achieve greater things this year. And then actively seeking opportunity for growth. Someone with high expectation will be eager to, will always strive for, will be striking for how to develop more, how to grow more, how to learn more, out seeking for opportunity to stretch, opportunity to do better. That is someone with high expectation. That is it. But for me, I choose to have that over, what is it called? Lower expectation. Those who may be lower expectation makes one like appear to inferiority complex. Ivy, praise, you are welcome. So expectation, remember we have said all through this year, we are going to be looking at a subject on how to break limit in 2025. And today we are looking at balancing expectation. Balancing expectation, high or lower expectation. And we have been able to set it up. Now, let's look at this now. The role of expectation in our personal growth. The role of expectation. Adejoke Dollar, you are welcome once again. Here, Ivy Praise, you are welcome. More blessing. Thank you, every one of us. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I've been so strong all through last year. Since, around 29th of December, I've been off online. I was so strong, but this is my first live session for the year. Thank God for the life that God has given us. Comfort Abayomi, I can say you are welcome. Please, as you are coming in, please, power tap, just hit your screen like this, and then share the live. Send your admin to belong to this community, send your team bracelet, and then so you can see that. Now let's look at the role of expectation in our personal growth. Now, number one under this expectation is expectation sharpens our mindset. Expectation sharpens our mindset. So please, before you are sending in your request, you have something to discover, maybe to share with us, send your admin, send your team bracelet, power tap, and share the live. Thank you. So I'm just giving my public lecture, and then as many that have something to also deliver for us, why not? Why not? We learn from one another because there's no one that can be called an island of knowledge. We learn from one another. Thank you so much for coming. All right, so the role of expectation. Remember, surely there is an end, for the expectation of the just shall not be cut off. What the role, if you have set up expectation for this 2025, what will it do? The role of this expectation in personal growth, one of them, like I've said, is it will sharpen our mindset. Either sharpen it or reshape it. Our mindset, because expectation affects our mindset. What, like I said, for me early this year, even despite if I was so strong, one thing that kept my mind is that my expectation, and immediately I receive what are the things that can be a barrier to me in achieving my expectation. One of them is finance. And from that day, I discovered that I started taking steps, no matter how small it is. When money enter my hand, that is my own money. I've already, my expectation, because of my expectation, if they are high, I started making sure at least some part of that money goes into my account before I start spending. So, like I said, this breaking limitation in 2025 begins first with discovery. Second is set your expectation. When you set your expectation, you now need to know what are the possible area of limits, of limitation to this expectation. So when you are able to do this, you are already making progress. Brethren, you are welcome. Like I said, on the row of the expectation now that you have set now, what is the impact of this expectation in personal growth? Like I said, it will shaping our mindset. Expectation affect our mindset. A growth mindset will encourage us to embrace challenges. A growth mindset we encourage us to embrace challenges. We also encourage us to remain persistent through obstacles. We also encourage us to be ready to learn from criticism. You'll be able to prepare yourself for the feedback, either positive or negative. You are prepared yourself for that because you have an expectation. You have something you want to achieve for the year. What are your expectations? Are your expectations maybe you want to build an estate? Maybe you want to build a 2-bedroom flat. Maybe you want to re-enroll in school. Maybe you want to achieve something different from what you have achieved in the past. Your expectation will affect your mindset. When your mindset is affected positively, because your mindset determines your life set. So expectation will affect your mindset. Expectation, like I said, a growth mindset in line with your expectation will encourage you to embrace. Musa Abdi, you are welcome. We encourage you to embrace challenges. You'll be able to embrace challenge. You will be able to remain persistent even in the face of the challenges. Also, we also help you to learn from every feedback, every step you are taking. You are learning even from criticism. Like I said, it's going to be a short one. Please help us to part up and share the live. We should get to at least 50K for the time we have before we go. Let's continue to part up. So you can see that now. Let's look at this motivation. This one to get motivated them all. Consider an athlete who set high expectation for themselves. You know what they do? They train harder because now athletes that want to win a gold, that said this year, as we are going for this year Olympic, I want to make sure I receive the gold medal. You will look at this one. He has set up a high expectation. This will help to be able to stretch, to be able to be ready to embrace every challenge, to go through the process. It will be ready to train harder so that you can outperform the limits. So the same way, please send out me your team bracelet, power tap, and share the live. When I see this engagement, then Mr. Master, you are welcome. So you look at it, an athlete that want to go for a competition, and I've already set expectation that this year I must come back with a gold medal. Remember, that will motivate them, that will energize, that will fuel the level of preparation. They will be ready to train harder so that they can outperform their limits. What set up a limit over them last year? They are already prepared that this year I want to go beyond that limit. That's what we are talking about. That's what we are talking about. Now, when you look at, for some of us who also read Bible, that a book of Bible in Proverbs chapter 23 verse 7, he said, for as he thinketh in his heart. Can you begin to see yourself thinking that I'm going to break the limit of last year? I'm going to go beyond that limitation. So he said, this verse highlights the power of our thought and our expectation. As a man think in his heart, so is he. He's giving us the verse. This one is highlighting for us the power of Queen. You are welcome. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. I can cite us. You are welcome. You are welcome. We are here to just learn, to empower ourselves, to sharpen ourselves. You know, it will help you to, you look at yourself. He said, for as he thinketh in his heart. So you see, from there he's showing us that the power of our thoughts and the power of our expectation. If you can think it and you have the right mindset and you are ready to go through the process, you can become it. If you can expect it and you are ready to stretch yourself, you are ready to stretch yourself, you can see your expectation coming. You can break through that limit. The personal limitation here now, like I said, expectation influences how we perceive our limitation. Expectation influences how we perceived our limitations. Like I said, at the early of this year, I set and my expectation, they are very big, and immediately the limitation surface. That this your expectation, if you want to achieve that, this is the limitation, one of the limitations you need to begin to work against. And that limitation is, one of them is finance. Because I have seen that as a thing that can bring me down, that can help, that can hinder me from seeing my expectation coming. From that day, any money that comes into my hand that is my own, a portion of it is going into an account for a reserve. So that by the time I want to come in for execution of my expectation, finance will not be a limitation again. So that is it. So our expectation influences how we perceive our limitations. If you believe you cannot exceed your current situation, you likely won't even try. If you perceive it that you cannot exceed your current limitation, that you cannot exceed your current situation, then you have already placed yourself. Mache, you are welcome. When you have a perception that you cannot exceed your current situation, you cannot exceed the richest man in your village, you cannot do better than your sibling, you cannot do better than your companion, you cannot do better than your colleagues in the office, you will definitely won't try to push yourself. So you can see your thought and your expectation now. You can see your thought and your expectation now. So please, everyone, please continue to help us to partake. So you can see that expectation. Listen, practical example right now. You need to reflect on yourself, on a time when you understand your abilities. Maybe perhaps in your careers, maybe in your education, or relationship wise, Or it may also be, what are the expectations of that you had onto that time? Reflect on it. Because like I said, it was mentioned to me that individual, if you want to break limit in 2025, it begins with discovery. Discover what are your expectations. Discover what your expectation, what are those expectations? What are your expectations? Discover them. What are your expectations? And then if you are able to do that, you now discover what are the area of possible limitation that can come in this sorry. Thank you so much. Now, when you look at what are expectation and their challenges, that is expectation and some limitation now. Expectation and their challenges. Because it is important to set expectation that will push us. That's why you must prefer high expectation than lower. Lower expectation, we want you to settle for the status quo. High expectation, we want you to push yourself. So it is important for us to set expectation that push us, yet make things achievable. The balance is crucial for personal growth. You balance it. Yeah. What are the practical strategies in this aspect now? One of them, because I give us few things on the few tips for setting an effective expectation. One of them, big pressure. Thank you. Yes. One is you need to analyze every of your past achievement and use them to set a realistic new goal. Analyze every of your past achievement. Now use them to set a realistic new goals. Realistic new expectation for the year 2025 now. What are your new expectations? What are the goals? What are the things you have achieved in the past? Use it to set up a new one for the year. And also, it's good for us to know the importance of this, what I want to mention. When you are able to set up these realistic new goals for yourself, realistic expectation, please, there's nothing new under heaven. In this year 2025, consult with mentors or your peers who can provide perspective, who can help you to share ideas. Your mentor, those who have done ahead of you, those who know better than you do. Go after them. Seek after them. So, when you look at that truth in affair, number one, analyze past achievements and use them to set your expectation for the year 2025. Number two, I also mentioned consult with mentors. Those who can provide you a direction, who can guide you. They may be your peers also. Now, when you see a kind of a biblical aspect to this episode, thank you so much for coming. In the book of Philippians chapter 4 verse 13, it says, I can do, I love that, all things through Christ, which strengthens me. I can do all things through Christ, who strengthens me. So you can see that. And this reminds us that while we set expectation, We are not limited by our own strength. You set in your expectation, you are not limited. Don't rely only on your strength. That is the meaning. The strength of others, the strength of your mentors, and then asking God also for help. Either you're a Muslim, you ask God. Either you're a Christian, you ask God. Philippians 4:13 says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. For by strength shall no man prevail. So that's why I remember I said, consult with mentors. The biblical aspect to that is also saying, don't depend only on your strength because your strength may be limited. Remember, a connection, connect with A, B, C, pushing through a particular goal. You can see it born simpler than one person is pushing. So, when you in conclusion, because like I said, it's going to be a short presentation, and we continue every day, particularly Monday down to Friday. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming in. So when you look at us in conclusion, and we need to embracing the power of expectation now. The summary is, because we have learned that expectations are powerful force that shapes our life. Expectation shapes our life. Lower expectation can lead to stagnation. That's just it. It can lead you. You are just seeing that yourself. Oh, I think I'm done. You are just stagnated. Lower expectation can lead to stagnation. While high expectation can motivate and inspire significant growth. High expectation help you not to develop early arrival mentality. High expectation helps you to be ready to stretch yourself, to be ready to break through the limits, be ready to give it all what it takes so that you can be able to gain everything that it contains. That is high expectation for you. And this final motivation for you, you are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. If you have not set up your expectation for this year 2025, because our focus is breaking limitation in 2025, go and set it now. You are not old to set to you are never too old to set up a new goal or dreams a new dream. You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. Go and dream again. You can see the year is still fresh. Today is 13. Set up your expectation for 2025. Discover what can possibly be the limitation to your goal, to your expectation, and begin to discover what are the possible way out from this limitation. These are the things we have talked about. What are the call to action as we begin to draw the curtain for another day? As you are going right now, I encourage you to reflect on what are your expectations for this year. Are they serving or are they saving you or holding you back? If your expectations, they are not saving, they are not pushing you, then you need to do another one. Expectation is meant to be a driver. It's meant to be a push. It's meant to be to stir up your inner strength. So, and I believe you have discovered that. So I want to say, commit to setting that expectation that will push your limit and lead to growth. Don't settle for the less this year. Don't settle for the less. This year, many will build estates, many will build houses, many will buy cars, many will go and re-enroll for schools Many will go and sit for that promotional exam. So what are the things you have run away from because of limitation you place on yourself this year? Go back to them and set it up and start it afresh. So I want to say thank you, everyone. Like I said, it's just a short one from me today. Here we are not motivated by crowd. It's good. We are not also motivated by coin. They are good. We are motivated by adding value to everyone who come across our channel. So balancing expectation has been focused on both high and lower expectation. Thank you so much, everyone. We would love to see you again tomorrow. What you need to do is click on the notification and put notification on all, so that when we come live, you can be able to receive notification that we are live. So that's thank you, everyone, and we look forward to see you again tomorrow. Okay, I want to say thank you. We call it another day. We are coming back tomorrow. At least we have been able to break some limits now. I came live last year, 29, and then we are breaking the limit again to start today. Thank you so much. I look forward to see you again tomorrow. Bye for now, everyone.